We're a week away from HKIR. Of course, we've got the IJC at Happy Valley on Wednesday night as well. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win, your one-stop shop for Hong Kong racing. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by Paul Lally, our form analyst, and Brett Davis as well. And Brett, a mixed card for us on Sunday, saving the turf, so 7 races, including the feature on the dirt.
That's right, Andrew. Yeah, C+3 position for the rail, so all the turf is being saved, of course, for the week. The race meeting in a week's time, which of course is international program. So yes, a little bit of C+3 and 7 races on the all-weather. It's actually quite a reasonable card. I mean, there's a couple of low-quality Class 5s and even 1 or 2 Class 4s, but there are some races with a bit of depth in them later on in the day, and hopefully a nice juicy winner or two to be found.
Certainly, yeah. We've got some nice horses, Paul. The return of Hot King Prawn, the feature race, or one of the later ones actually on the dirt, is very good as well. And there's a couple of jackpots too. Yeah,
there is 1.4 million for the triple trio, and also 0.9 of a million, which is what, 900,000.
I believe so.
for the double trio as well. So we've got a couple of good ones there. A lot of first starters as well. We've seen a lot of first starters running around recently, and some of them have run pretty well. And as you say, it's interesting to see House of Fun, Limitless, those type of horses who are high-quality horses on the turf coming onto the dirt.
Yeah. And just about all the international runners here now, Brett, so looking forward next week?
Yeah, I think everyone's here except for 2 horses, Neo-Realism and Once in a Moon. So they arrive Sunday sometime, but outside of that, yes, plenty of horses already getting acclimatised and acquainting themselves with Sha Tin.
Good weather for it.
Perfect, isn't it? I know it lasts till Thursday at least. Let's hope it keeps going to the weekend.
It'll kick on through, Andrew.
All right, well, let's concentrate on the meeting coming up this weekend. We've got 4 horses withdrawn in actual fact. So Beakley now gets to start at Expensive Generous Bobo. It's just pulled up a little bit lame. That's race number 2. Travel Day Took, also lame, out of race number 6. And then on to the last race. New Elegance out. Actually got loose Saturday morning at track work, so has been scratched. Calculation. Now goes Zach Purton in the saddle, and also in race number 10, Double Valentine now gets a start. So Fast is out. So 4 scratchings in total there for the programme, which is on the C+3 course for the 3 turf races, 1 of them down the straight, and 7 races on the all-weather. We kick off on the dirt, 1200 metre Class 5, headed by Massive Millennium. Dylan Moe takes 7 off from barrier 7. Rugby Diamond has his 2nd start on the all-weather. Corey Rapido returns to the all-weather as well. Happy Sound's got speed from 8. Sky Treasure makes his all-weather debut. Champ with a minor gear change. Shadow Roll goes on. More speed from Whistle Up off the inside. Snow Who's has Joe Moreira in the saddle, and Hello Kimberley is 2nd up for the season from barrier 12.
Well, the 2 primary pace horses are Rugby Diamond and Happy Sound, and they've both drawn out in wider barriers, 10 for Rugby Diamond, Happy Sound in 8. Snow Who should be able to burrow through and be handy enough, and Acturiate likewise. Smiling Glory in his day, I mean, he's won 1 race and he did lead on that occasion, but from barrier 11 he might have to be snagged back. If not, he's going to have to be ridden furiously to try and cross those other 2, so the pace should be good.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Here's Sky Treasure. He's working well down the back straight. Has missed the start at times, this horse, but when he works pretty well. He's coming onto the surface for the first time, and he's bred for it. He's by Stravinsky, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes first start on the surface. Smiling Glory, as you mentioned, Brett, he's only sort of a one-hit wonder at the start from his 24 starts, but he did win impressively on that occasion. Barrier 11 looks tricky. National Ruler, interesting to see if he goes forward or back on him. And Whistle Up is the next one. He's going nicely on the surface. He's an improved horse. Barrier 1 for him. Another one having his first start on the all-weather, and he's by no excuse needed. We've seen those horses go very well on the all-weather, particularly in Singapore. Here he comes now, Whistle Up as well in his 2nd piece. So you can see he was just asked to do a little bit, and as soon as they pushed the button, he hit the line. So he's an interesting runner for me, Whistle Up. I think he'll run better.
I haven't got him in the tips, but I agree, Paul. He's drawn low, and he had a very quiet trial leading into this, but I get the feeling he could be another one prominent in that speed map early.
All right, we'll come back to the favourite Snow Hooves in a second. Let's start off with the class dropper in Massive Millennium. We're going back towards the end of last season. Form reads well here behind Giddy Giddy.
I haven't had a lot of luck with these massive horses of late, Andrew. I made one of them the best bet on Wednesday night, and it ended up 4 deep, 3rd last, hard ridden from gate 5. That can happen, but I'm going to steer clear of this one. It's got the 7 pounds off, and it does have a good record on the all-weather, and was on the pace in a recent trial when finishing 2nd. But just that barrier 7, it's very awkward for me at the 1200 metre start point on the dirt, so I'm happy to sit out.
Yeah, I tossed up whether to put him in or not, and then I didn't. As you mentioned, Andrew, he's downgraded. He had 2 starts on the turf as a Class 5, but this is his first downgraded run in Class 5 on the all-weather, so he's effectively coming in straight into it because his best runs have been on the all-weather. Yeah. So it's I left him out in the end, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ran okay with Dylan Mobley.
Yeah, he's one of a few that you could probably make an argument for. Happy Sound, here's our favourite, Snow Hooves and Smiling Glory. He fades out into 10th in the end. Yeah,
look, Smiling Glory, he did pull up lame after his last race start, so there was an excuse there. I thought Snow Hooves actually ran quite well here. Happy Sound, we know him, he's a one-trick pony, he's jump, he's run. He's going to do the same again. Rugby Diamond might pressure him along with one or two others. Snow Hooves has got some type of tactical versatility. He closed off there. He's a horse that in the past has been able to sit handy and get on the speed as well and run well. So he gets most of the ticks for me.
Yeah, I've got them both in. But on that performance, I thought Happy Sound could beat Snow Hooves again. And Happy Sound is a better price. So.
The other thing we need to take into consideration is how the dirt's going to play. If it's favouring horses on the speed, then Happy Sound gets an extra tick probably.
Yeah. Foxbat, the winner there, we'll see later on the programme. He goes up in class on Sunday. One more to take a check on, it's Sky Treasure. I thought he was going to get his win at Happy Valley, but it never actually came.
No, look, he went nicely in this particular trial when he ran really second. As you said, he has missed the start a couple of times at Happy Valley. He's by Stravinsky, so he is really well bred for the surface. He's got a good barrier draw, barrier 5. Mi Choi has got a good strike rate on this surface, so I expect a good run from him. I didn't put him in the end, but again, I think he'll go. I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well.
This trial was back in late October. Following this, he went onto the turf and ran just a fair race. But maybe the change of surface might give him an opportunity because there were a race or two sort of at the Valley where he looked like he was going to pinch one. Yeah, and it just never actually happened. Still a maiden then after 12 starts. So, open-looking race. Paul, Snow Hooves our favourite for the first of the Class 5s.
Yeah, but I think Happy Sound can beat him on the time they last met, and especially if it's favouring horses on the pace. So I'm going to put Happy Sound to beat Snow Hooves. Obviously, he's got good credentials on this. That piece of work from Whistle Up, look, I don't think he's far away. I think he can run well at a big price. Now, you're going to have to take a massive leap of faith here with the fourth horse, Snow Hawk. He's got absolutely zero form. He's run last in all his starts. But Casper Founds has got this ability to get these Class 5s, turn them around. I'm thinking about Invisible already this season when he was into Class 5 with no form and suddenly he went well. His trial on the all-weather has been quite good, and they're putting blinkers on for the first time. Didn't mind his last piece of work. He'd be 50 to 1. It's a leap of faith, but we'll throw him in for 4. 4, 11, 10, 7.
Well, the stable's firing, to say the least. A big night on Wednesday night. I'm going to go with Snow Hooves because I just think he gets all the favours here, or the most ticks, put it that way. It's a Class 5. It's hard to be overly confident. Acturiot goes in, Happy Sound. I'm going to throw in the champ. I'm just going to follow this Frankie Law train. I'm going to jump on it, actually, Andrew. I think this horse... Yeah, exactly. I think this horse can improve second up. I didn't think his run behind Idyllic Win at the Valley on the 15th of November was that bad, actually. So he could be the little long shot for me for the day. What price? Oh, $14. He's in that category. So 11, 5, 4, 9. I'm going to play a trio, an exotic. I'm going to banker the 11 and then throw in those 4 for the trio. Yeah, I've got the champion as well. I've actually gone with Corey Rapido as well. I'm going to give him one more. He trials so well on the dirt. He can't not be... He's a little bit like that horse, Sharp Mind, who trialled really well and then did little and then eventually won one at the Valley. You might be onto something. Whistle Up's another one you could sneak into that trio too, possibly. Yeah. All right, open contest. There'll be some good dividends on that first. Oh, well. All right, that's race number 1.